Hello there. What is going on, everyone? Today we are going to have some serious fun with terrain. We are going to be looking at the container ship from Monster Fight Club. This thing is massive. We're actually going to be assembling it. So if you are interested in learning more about the ins and outs of this container ship, how it goes together, and getting a real up close and personal look at it, we're going to be doing that today. If you like what you see here, stick around, click that subscribe button, like the video, share the video. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. And I actually really want to hear from a lot of you guys on what you would do with a container ship like this, because it is really big. Really, really big. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so I've pulled everything out of the box and we've got lots and lots of pieces scattered about here. So one of the things that I am going to do first is sort pieces together. I've got some pieces that are larger and more pre-assembled. We've got the front of the ship right here. We've got the rear of the ship right there. There's a lot of bags with super small pieces that are in there. But then we also have sections like this, which are the groups of two side pieces that are like wrapped together. We're going to work on one of those first and kind of do this in pieces. All right, to start out, we're going to build one of the middle sections. There's going to be, I believe, 3 of these. So what we're going to want is we're going to want this first piece right here. This is probably the largest piece. Then we're also going to want one of these with all of the squares on it. We're going to want 2 of these pieces. Now these pieces have a small notch on 2 sides, and then even smaller notches, 4 on the one side, 2 on the one side. So they're going to look like that. 2 notches and then 4 notches on the bottom. And then you're going to get 2 of these, and these have these windows. And we're going to punch all of these windows out. We're going to punch all the windows and then all of the squares. We're going to punch all of that out. Also, we want to punch out all of the little circles that are in the corner of here. So when we're done, we should have all 4 of these circles punched out, all of the squares punched out in the big square board, and then all of the little windows punched out in these. All right, once we've punched out all of those pieces, we're going to grab 2 of our walls. Now, this is going to be the interior side here with the little ladder and the windows. And of course, the flat side is going to be the exterior. Of course, we don't want windows on the outside, otherwise water will quickly make the ship go sinky. So we're going to make sure we've got 2 outsides, 2 insides, right? And these will actually line up directly with these right here, but we're not going to put that in just yet. But you can see there's holes and the eye shape right there for these to be able to lock in. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our roof in, or our walkway here, and we're going to see two holes there. Those are going to go towards the outside, and then the little 3 notches here are going to go towards the inside. And you're going to see on here where it fits in perfectly. Again, there's a notch right here and a notch right here. Those are going to line up perfectly, and then you just kind of push down, boop, and done. Nice and snug and secure. We're going to do that for both of these, and done. And then these can go here. We don't want to necessarily lock them in too hard, because we also have to put these walls in, which are going to go right here. Now these walls are going to fit in right there. We've got 2 notches there, and then we've got 2 notches here on the ground. So we can, we want to, what I like to do is try to get one side done first, and just give it a little flexibility, and then try to get this side in there, and then boom, and pop them down, and it all just snaps in together. And then you got to do the same thing with the other side, which means I may have to pop it out a little bit, but then I'll be able to get this in there just like so. All right, so once you have one of these assembled, you will now get this other piece that you cut all those squares out. And this one's just going to drop right down and slide in there nice and snug. There's nothing that has to lock in this way, but these squares are for your shipping containers to kind of nuzzle right in there and hold them secure. And you can line them up this way. You can line them up however you want, but I like to do it this way, because if I do it this way, then I have to have them kind of off-centered, which again is fine, but I kind of want to do them this way. There we go. And they'll fit right in there. Again, these squares line up to those squares, and you'll feel it if you don't quite have it, and then you feel it as soon as it locks in. And that'll, of course, as you begin to stack them higher and higher, you don't want them moving around Because that's how, you know, shipping containers fall off the boat, and you have Suez Canal disasters and stuff like that. And after you've done multiples of these, you can line them up, and you're going to take this piece right here, and you're going to go ahead and pop that on right there in the center, and right there. And now you've got them joined together. All right, so next up we're going to work on the front of the ship. You should have your big front section here. What we're going to do is we're going to remove this middle section, and so very carefully we're going to slide this out. It's got these little guide posts right here on the sides, so just slide that out and set this to the side. We're going to want to find this piece and punch out the punch board, but that comes later. We're also going to want to find these pieces and make sure any punch board is punched out of here. This one's like halfway out, so I want to get that one too. But again, those are going to come later also. But next up, we're going to watch these pieces right here, the black pieces. These are going to kind of look like this, and these are going to go in first. All right, so we have our ship here. I'm going to start with this piece right here. If you are trying to put these in, they're going to go all the way down, but if you'll notice, we want the grooves here, the little notch, to line up with the railing. And of course, if it does not line up, you might want to flip it over. You might have it the wrong way, and then of course now that does line up. So I'm going to set that in there, and that's going to slide down, and we have to give it a little push, and then we'll slide down. We've got our floor paneling in there, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. Push it from the bottom to get it to line up, and slide it all the way down. Boom. All right, we're going to do the same thing on this side. Now the bottom panels are a little trickier, so we want to kind of swivel them in. I like to put this back corner in first, and then kind of slide, and boom, push it that way. There we go. Back corner in first, and kind of slide and push it down. Perfect. Okay, so next up, we're going to do the mid-level. And we're going to take this section right here and go ahead and drop that in. And I like to do the front first. This one here, I want to start with the back corner first. Line that in. And right here, back corner first. And line this in. Now, if for some reason you want to take these out, if you are role playing and you want your guys to get underneath, or you want to put some furniture down there or access the bottom layer of the ship, you just want to slide your finger up underneath here and pop these out from the inside, and you have access to still get in there. So that's kind of how you want to do that. And then once we have that in, we can put these back in right here, and then we have all of that, and then of course we'll seed into those all those groove lines, and then we can punch this out and put our top in there. Now I didn't punch it out yet, but I will go ahead and do that now. But yeah, that's how everything's going to fit, and then we can start populating all of the top section pieces. And of course these all go in nice and easily right into the slots. There's also some down here. Don't miss these. And you can put them wherever you want. There's plenty. There's a whole bag full of them to go into all of these slots, which is pretty cool. We also have this piece here, which is the crow's nest. This one is the little light's gonna go right in there, and that's gonna go on top of here, like so. And the ladder is going to patch in right there, and then this whole piece will go right here. And it fits in perfectly snug. All right, so next up, we want to work on the rear section of the ship. So we've got the rear section right here, and similar to the front section, we are going to have some more parts of these panels that are going to be together. The white is going to be for the top, so we're going to set this to the side. We're going to do that last. We're also going to have some more orange panels. This is going to be for the mid levels, and we're going to have all these black panels here, and these are going to be what we're going to be using for the actual bottom level. So we're going to start with these two, and they are going to go right up here at the top. All right, so flip this around, and we're going to just set these in here like so, and they go in quite simply. We also are going to have ones like this that are going to go into here or into here, respectively. And we just want to make sure that it fits in there. And push it in, nice and easy. I like to put one side in first and push it down. Boom, nice and snug. We also want this part is going to go right here in the front. It's going to slide down like so, but I want to punch out the windows first. Nice and easy. And then I want to line that up right into here. And push that down. Boom, and now we've got our rear windows right there. All right, so we're gonna do these sections now also. We've got this longer piece here. Now you do have a staircase right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and slide this kind of underneath first, and then let it go in. So again, a lot of times you wanna just kind of angle it in, put one part in first, and then flip it downward like so. This one's gonna, now, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory if you look for the little grooves and the notches where each piece is going to go. You can get those in there. Oop, there we go. There we go. You gotta, sometimes, again, they put a little snug, so you wanna just put them in like so. This one is pretty rectangular, and we're just going to do that for all of these pieces. And is this the right one for here? I think this one goes on this side. So I'm just going to mix and match and find all the pieces that go in. Like, here's this one right here. They're all together, packaged together. So, yep, so that one's going to go here. And you can even set them on top to line them up and make sure you have all the right ones before you start pushing them down. That one's going to go there, and this one's going to go here, and then this one's going to go there, and then this one's going to go over here. All right, so then once we've got those in, we have these two rear pieces. The one with the notches goes in first because we're going to put some more of our little tie-down rope equipment in here, and then this one will eventually go on top. So make sure that's the one that goes in first, and then we're going to get our assortment of these to cover the rest here. All right, so we've got like 4 main pieces that make this up. We've got the large piece here, we've got an L-shaped piece here, we've got another L-shaped piece here, and again, you kind of have to slide these in a little bit, and then the last one is gonna go right in here. We wanna slide that under the steps, and then slide that in like so. And it is a snug fit and perfect. There we go. All right, and then we've got to put all of the rest of these pieces in here. So we're going to put these, and we want to do these before we put the top pieces in to make it easier to make sure that they're all in securely. And they go in real nice and easy. And we're going to do this for also the back ones here as well. And we're ready to start on the command tower, or whatever that big white piece is called. All right, so now that we've got the rear section of our ship built, we're going to want to put in some of these other pieces. We're going to start by putting 2 pieces on the bottom here. We're going to put the white corridor that's in here. We're going to make sure that there are 2 sides to this. You've got a flat side that extends a little bit to the back, and then we have a notched side. We want the notched side facing the front of the ship, and this extended part facing the rear of the ship. And this will fit right down into these grooves, right like so, and it should be nice and snug. And we're also going to take our dice tower, and the dice tower is going to be these pieces right here. This is a really cool thing. This is going to be a big smokestack that comes off of the boat. That is going to go onto this part. The door here on this section here is going to face the rear of the ship as well, and that is going to go in right there. And then this is going to go here. Now, what we're going to see is this part here is going to face the rear as well, and that's going to go right in there. Okay. Now before we put this in here, I want to show you a couple of things. There's this piece. Again, these have sort of angled tops. So if I lined them up, they'd be kind of like so. All right, and then we have this piece right here. So this part is going to face the rear. This will kind of go in like so. It's nothing going to hold it in too good right now, so don't worry about that. And these are going to go in like this. And when we put this in here, these parts will slide down just a little bit to interface and interlock into that holding part right there. And then you're going to want to push them down a little bit. They will not be perfectly flush with the front, but they will be kind of close to it. So getting it a little closer, should be kind of like that. Where this part should be flush, these will still stick up about a centimeter in the front and maybe about 2 or 3 centimeters in the back, just like so. All right, next we're going to start with the white building, the big bridge section. Now you're going to have a bag that has a whole lot of pieces like these. You're going to see these in here. If they're not already connected, you might have a piece like this. This will just slide in like that. You're going to have 2 of those and a whole lot of other smaller pieces. We're going to start with the sides first. Okay, we're going to start with the sides first. The thing is, this door should be on the back corner, kind of towards the rear of the ship. And we're going to start putting these things through here. So where this is the outside. This is the outside. This is the inside. You're not going to see this part. This is the outside. So these are going to be little ledges. All right? Now, you're going to want to find 3 of these. And they're going to go in like so. And you're going to kind of go in this way. You'll push them all the way through. And once you get them all the way through, you push down just a little bit. And I'm going to do that on this one as well. Push it all the way through. Now, if you notice, once I pushed down, you can see the top of the hole just barely visible through there. That is exactly what you want to see. This one, we cannot see it, so we want to push down a little bit, and there it is. There it is. Same thing here. Push down just a little bit. You might feel it click in and lock in place. That is perfect. That's what we're looking for. All right. Now, this is going to go into the boat like so. This part here will be flush against this cardboard, and this eventually was going to be what the front of the ship goes up against. And we're going to build out both sides, and then we'll start on the back as well. All right, so this is the back of the ship, and what I've done here is I've done the same thing, but what we've done is what we've got here is we've got 2 pieces here that have 3 long bits, 2 on one side and 1 on the other. On one side and 1 on the other. We're going to put those through that way. Then we have these here that have only the 1 long bit right there. And we've put those through right here. There's one other piece that we're going to put on, and that's this piece right here that has this little groove, right? And this one is going to stick out right here on the top. Now, an important thing about this one, we want this to be flush, so we're going to put it right here. And we want it to be flush with the cardboard right there. Hopefully you can see that. And if it's not, push it down. It might take a little bit of work to get it pushed down there, but that makes it nice and strong and secure once you do that. And then we've got all 3 of these pieces. We can start putting these together. If you'll notice, there are little grooves right here, and there's little slots here that are going to try and go into those tabs. Like so. And it's hard for me to do this while I'm holding it here. I'm going to set this down and try to get those lined up. This will eventually allow us to put some more pieces on and get the whole thing connected. All right, so now once we've got all 3 sides put together, don't worry, we are going to do the front. That's going to go on last. We're going to try and find these 2 pieces right here. They're going to go this way and that. Again, if they're not connected already, you'll just put that on there. Same thing goes for this side. If that's not already on there, you can just put that and connect it there. You want the 3 squares, and these are going to go right here and there respectively. We'll put those in. Those will hold these sides together, but we are going to try to push them down and make those nice and flush with the rest of the cardboard. And you want to give it a good strong push and make sure that it's nice and flush. You want to work that in. If it's not flush, like as I'm getting it here, then it will not, then the top will not be on there correctly. So work it in and give it a little thumb strength, and it's gonna go right in and fit very snugly. We're gonna do this to both sides, and we're almost there. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, now we've got that. We're gonna get these 4 pieces. We're gonna get, and these are all slightly different. This one has a notch on it. That one's gonna go on first. Then we have this one that's a full piece right here. This one's gonna go on second. Then we have this piece that's a slightly shorter piece. That one's gonna go here. And we have this one that has a indented kind of bottom that is gonna go on last, right? So I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna lock this in. This is gonna give the whole thing that stability. And we're gonna push it down. Boom, 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 boom. And then this one is gonna go right here. And then this one's going here. Now this one is not, there it is. I was about to say, that one's not perfectly flush, so you want to come back after you get them all in and kind of press them down, make sure they're all nice and flush. But we've got our frame that is together, and we're ready to go ahead and start putting this on the boat. Okay, so at this point we're going to just take this whole section and slide it down on top, and everything should be starting to fit into the notches. And if it doesn't on the first try, just wiggle it a little bit and get it all nice and locked in. And we are looking awfully good there. We can then put on the front. It's going to lock in right here. Boom. We've got all of those pieces. We can work on the top now. But before we get to the top, we're going to go ahead and finish the bottoms here. We got some more orange pieces. We want to get this this decking kind of done. What I like to do here is slide that in first, and then set that down. I'm going to do kind of the same thing on the other side. I'm going to put it in like so, and then set it down. I want that as far forward as I can. That allows me to take this part and drop it right in there, and make sure that we are nice and snug, and can wiggle that around a little bit. Perfect. We're also going to get some staircases, because again we've got all these little staircases here, so we can go ahead and drop that in. We're going to use some more of these when we're doing. We can do these in a lot of different ways. Oh, look at that! That can come off or back on. I might want to glue those, but yeah, I can drop the staircases in right there. And I did take this part off of the back of the tower here, because there's nothing holding it in until we get the top on. This is the top piece. This will be like the last thing we put on. So that's there. And we're gonna start populating some of these. So if you'll notice, our walkways here have these little grooves underneath. And what we'll do with these is we'll kind of set these up, line them up onto those grooves. And we want to just slide our finger underneath and kind of help kind of push them on. I'm just going to kind of push down from the top and the bottom at the same time. Kind of want to just get in there like that, and you'll feel it. Yeah, there you go, right here. Yeah, and that just makes it nice and secure all the way around. We'll do the same thing to the bottom ones too, and perfect. So you could still remove them if you needed to, but that's going to hold them in there nice and secure. If you want to drop some glue in there, you can as well. We're also going to then spin this thing around, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side with these smaller bits and get those nice and locked for both levels, clearing our way to beautiful. All right, and then we're going to take our top piece, which is all one piece here, and this is going to slide on. There is going to be this little groove. We're going to want to make sure that this part here goes into that little groove, but otherwise this one is meant to be removable, so it's not going to lock in too hard. I'll want to pinch it right there, make sure it gets down in there, and we are locked in on the front, and that is our top part. And we have some roof pieces there, but I also want to go ahead at this point and put this on here. This is going to help prevent things from falling out. And this is going to go straight down right there. And then we also have our little there. And this is actually a functioning dice tower, which we'll demonstrate once we're all done. We'll celebrate and roll some dice once we're done. Also, don't forget to put the staircases in. I just had to go back and put the staircases in on the back. I know I was just literally doing that, and I forgot to take my own advice. So make sure you slide those in like so, and then go ahead and re-lock in those pieces nice and easy. And then we can put our top back on. Again, good thing it is nice and removable, and we can put our last staircase in right there. Perfect. We also want to put the roof on the bridge, and I want to draw some attention to the roof tiles, because on mine there were these extra little pieces that wouldn't quite let the two connect perfectly. And what I had to do is I had to peel them out. There were grooves that were naturally cut in there. So what you want to do is you can get a screwdriver or an X-Acto knife or something like that, and you want to start to pull those pieces out like this. And that is going to, and again, we want to get all of it out there. That is going to let the other pieces sort of get in there, because there's a tower that's going to kind of rest in here. All right, so now that we've got both of those pieces with our little indenture cut out, I can put this on the top. Again, this holes will be on the sides. The ladders should poke through. This section here is going to be perfect for the base of our tower to go right there, and this part will go on top. But we have this right here. But these are going to go into that. And we have also lights and things like that if we wanted to. There's a little bag with lights. We can put lights in there. I'm not going to put the lights in right now because I don't know how I want those to go. I can always just add them back in. This piece is actually really cool. This will go right here. And we have some extra little antenna bits. And so this one's going to go on top. And I'm going to put this one in the back. And there we go. And that's our whole tower section. This will stay on just fine, but I may glue it because granted it's not going to be sideways during gameplay. It will hold pretty well right there, just like that. But if you want to glue this parts together, you can totally do that. And then you have your fully built roof, and we can put the ceiling part on top. All right, so our entire bridge section is done, and now we've just got to connect it to the rest of the ship. All right, so we have two of these. These are very similar to the middle pieces that we used, but these ones are going to be white. I've already punched this one out. We're going to slide this in right here, and we will repeat this same procedure for the front section when we're trying to bridge that. And we're just going to get two more of these same pieces and slide it right up to there, the same way we joined the two middle sections together. And we're going to set those on top here and lock them in, just like that. Now, there are two little things I missed about the front section before. So one is just this extra little wall piece that's going to go right there. And then the other one is this horn that actually connects right in here. That will go right there. And then, of course, the ladder helps hold that in place. That's the bullhorn that will go into the middle section there. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to slide that piece down and then bring it up next to the mid and put our pieces on just like that. And get them to lock in. Perfect. The other thing you can do is there are actually chains, anchor chains here. So if you wanted to run that all the way through here, it actually does connect and comes out the bottom of the ship here, and you can wrap that around your anchor thing here. And this actually does turn, and so if you were to maybe glue a piece to there, you could actually pull it all the way up and have it wrap around here, which is really cool. All right, so that is everything. We've got it put together. Well, we've got the ship put together. We still have a lot of shipping containers we still have to put together. But we do have, I did put some Monster Fight Club Cyberpunk Combat Zone miniatures on here. We've got some Arasaka, kind of, just to give you a scale of just how incredibly massive this ship is. And again, it's going to be even more massive once we get it populated. There's a lot of containers to build. We got some Maelstrom down here trying to take over. And it's okay because whoever gets shot, we've got some medics up top to patch them up and get them to a ripper dock. But we are good to go. I did say we were going to demonstrate the dice tower. So, and I'd even give you some face plates if you wanted to label the ship. And if you can customize it or paint it or put stickers on it, there's a lot of stuff you could do. So this is going to be as simple as just dropping in our dice right here. And look at that. They roll right there in the back. So it's functional. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Although we did get a fumble right there. So, but no, this is just super cool. There's so many levels to it, and there's so many different ways to play. Whether you're gonna use it for wargaming, for role playing, and everything else in between. It's very, very cool. All right, guys. So again, this big thanks to Monster Fight Club for sending this out. This was definitely a really good time putting this thing together. A lot of work, a lot of hopefully you guys find it helpful. If you're interested in checking one of these out, hopefully this video will make it easier for you to figure out, how to get everything together and to get playing on this beautiful, beautiful ship. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. If you guys want to check this ship out, this is going to be available at monsterfightclub.com. I'll put a link to their website. You can check out all the awesome terrain that they have. You do use a lot of their terrain in a lot of my videos, or if you want to check out Cyberpunk Combat Zone, which is an amazingly cool game, you can definitely check out the links in the video description below. I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank you all so much for watching. One more big thanks to Monster Fight Club for sending this amazing ship out so we could make some content with it, have some fun, and yeah, this thing is just incredible. All right, I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing and help make this whole channel possible. I will talk to you later. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. And always wash your socks.